Oh my God, that rat just ran across my foot. I could feel his little rat feet on my feet. Oh my God, he probably has mites, and now I have to disinfect my foot. Oh my God. Oh, I could feel his little feet on top of my flip-flop. Oh my God. I cannot do this. I can never walk down this street again. Never. I can't do this. I cannot keep going to the same restaurants, eating the same tavern cut sausage pizza every week like a true Chicagoan, because what happens? The reward I get for my loyalty to this godforsaken city is that on the first warm day of the year, a rat runs across my flip-flop foot? Oh my God. 75% of the year it is freezing outside, and you are just eating and eating and eating and getting fat and hibernating basically, and like of course the team is the Bears. And then the other 25%, when it's warm outside, a rat attacks you? I cannot. Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. This is it. This is the sign. That rat was my sign. It is time to leave. And I know you're gonna say, oh geez, it's just a rat. What do you expect? But that's the problem, Joe. You don't see a problem with that. A rat running across my foot is just fine for you. And it's not. It is not. I don't know how to get you to see that there is so much more to experience in this world. There are mountains to climb, and mountains and oceans to smell, and warm sun to feel, and healthier food to eat, and it's all just out there waiting for us. And you don't want any of it. You don't want any of it. And I do. You just want to, this is just fine for you. You want to sit in the same apartment, between the same four walls, cheering on the same team, on the same sofa, sitting next to the same person for the next 100 years, and I don't. I'm sorry, I don't, Joe. I want more than this city. I want more in this life. I want more than rat feet, Joe. Okay, this is an original monologue of a character that I created named Daphne, but it is slightly biographical. So, when I lived in Chicago before, in my before life, before I moved back recently, so a long time ago, a rat actually did run across my foot. I was in Lakeview. I was walking down Berry Street towards my apartment home. I was with my now husband, but we were just dating at the time. We'd probably gone out and seen an improv show, because at the time he was an improv actor. I wasn't an actor at all. And we were walking home. I was wearing flip-flops. It was a beautiful, warm night. You know, one of the few you get here. And as we were walking, a rat ran across my foot, and I could feel his little claws on my feet. And I will never forget that. And I will say that is the last time I ever wore flip-flops. Don't wear flip-flops if you live in a city and you walk around and you take public transit. Just don't do it. It's disgusting. Don't do it. So, lesson learned for me. So that is the biographical part. It did not put me into this tailspin about oh, I have to leave the city. That came a little bit later in my life when I was done with Chicago and I really wanted to go see other things in the world. And at the time, my husband and I were already married, and we decided we both wanted to do that. So I took this very real occurrence in my life and I imagined, okay, what if that was just the breaking point? What if it was this couple where they are doing the same thing all the time? I think during COVID and post-COVID, a lot of us know this. We all get into ruts in our life, right? And so Daphne and her boyfriend, Joe, they've been together for like 15 years. They've lived in the same apartment for the last 10. And Joe is just like, fine. He's just fine with everything as it is. And Daphne is just like, has not been fine for a while. And then this is just like the breaking point. Like, I can't, this was it. And you're not even reacting to the fact that a rat ran across my foot. And like, I think this is it. I mean, it's like kind of funny, but also like just getting into this like existential crisis. Like, I can't keep doing it this way. Now, did Joe say, okay, let's go on a vacation and try something new? We don't know. We don't know, right? That would be next if I were to continue to write this story. But I wanted to also make Daphne went out for the first time in a long time because it's finally warm out, and went to the same, this time instead of ordering the pizza in, we went out and got the pizza fancy. And this, like, it's like just everyday clothes, because like, what is the point of putting in the effort? Because we're just always doing the same things over and over again. So I wore this very purposefully. Someone is just like, whatever, like, I'm not gonna put on a nice top to like go to Michael's Pizza, which is great pizza, by the way, in Chicago. I don't know what's happening. I think because I have moved back to Chicago and I am happy I am here. The gripes that we all have, these gripes with this city that live here, is the weather. And oh my God, and it's like this love-hate relationship with it. And I was raised here, I lived here a really long time. So, I've earned the right to say these things about Chicago. And, but it's great. It's a great city. I love it. I do love it, and I'm so happy I'm here. But there's something about like coming back here. So many memories are just popping into my head that I have not thought about in so long. And this was one of them, was thinking about the rat that ran across my foot and why I will never wear flip-flops again, because I legitimately will never wear flip-flops ever again in my life. We'll see what other memories pop up as I continue this challenge. And I want to thank you for being patient as there are breaks here and there over the last few months. I'm working on getting it back more consistently. Just, this was a big move and there's been a lot to do to settle in, but we'll get there. Something that I was reminding myself of recently was the spirit in which this challenge was developed. And that was really in the spirit of just working as much as possible without worrying about perfection or having it all right and tidy. And during this move, I think I lost sight of that a little bit. And I've been stressing about the monologues being perfectly memorized and this and that and this and that. But this week I was able to sit down and I was brainstorming some different ways that I can work through monologues that may not be the traditional, oh, I memorized it, here it is, and then here's like a script analysis breakdown. The whole point of this challenge was to play and discover and work, because I believe that doing the work is sometimes just the best way to improve the skills. You can, and I am a class taker and I love taking class and I get coaching and I love doing all of that as well. But at the end of the day, you just have to do the work so that it starts working on you. And I've decided to document that, and you can see, some days the acting is going to be stronger than others. And hopefully as it goes along, the acting just continues to get stronger and the writing will continue to get stronger as well. So I appreciate your patience as I recalibrated a little bit during this very big life transition that I did not anticipate when I started this challenge. But hey, that's just part of it. And I have reminded myself of the last week or so that part of the challenge is, how do you keep working even when sometimes your life limits your capacity in which to do it in maybe the right way. How do you do that? We'll figure some fun things out. So, if you like this monologue, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps. And be sure to subscribe because we will keep exploring 1000 monologues together. Thank you.